Hello everyone, welcome.
Come on, kid.
Carnival Games Mini Golf. So after such an amazing Zelda run, I of course had to mellow us out a little bit, bring the vibe down, put some golf balls into their holes. And I just wanted to start on the title screen here, so you can hear the Barker here, giving us instructions about how to make our character, how to, you know, do all their stuff. And that'll be important in a sec for just something I wanted to point out, but I'm going to just quickly name our character here. Time hasn't started yet, I just gotta... Can't fit Speedromizer on the file name, so this will work. And as long as you guys are ready on time, timing will start when I pick right-handed here. So, in 3, 2, 1, go. And now, if any of you were paying very close attention to who was submitting and who was running whose submissions, this is not what I was given back in that lottery, but was the game that I had submitted. Unfortunately, my runner had to drop out for personal reasons, so I wanted to step into his shoes so you could all see how terrible, awful of a game this is. Not because I was not confident in Pokemon Pearl or anything. Now, first off, we start with one of the biggest run killers playing this game when I'm speedrunning it, and that is Egghead in the Barnyard level, because this third egg here has a, I think, about 1 in 10 chance of having the hole in it. And basically, there are other spots for the hole to be. It's not as though when the hole is not there, this level's completely unbeatable. But basically, it's in a marathon scenario, I have no reset options, so I just have to keep smacking it at this third egg over here and hope that it goes through. And now you'll notice that when I got it in, it didn't immediately end. That's because today we're going to be facing the Barker for all 27 of his Barker coins. Yeah, you have to get one from each of the 3 holes in each of the 9 courses. And that will be our first. And now you'll also notice an unskippable Barker cutscene every time that I win against him. And I'm not allowed to use the menu to save and quit straight out to get to the next level faster, because of the fact that that little result screen you saw after the last hole, that's where the Barker coins actually tallied. And so if you don't hit that, it won't count. It won't be a valid run for the category. Now, I started off with Barnyard because I usually start runs with it due to its terrible, terrible nature in RNG. This hole, actually, if you notice him play a note on the mug, that will match up to one of these notes down here. I've listened to it so many times I could kind of talk over it and be fine there. But usually it's obviously fastest if he gets it right in the center, because it automatically lines up that way. And there's our second Barker coin, but this has already been pretty decent start for the run. I was doing a practice run earlier before the stream where I finished the 3 Barnyard holes at about 7.5 minutes. So I will definitely, I'll definitely be happy with that. Now, this third level here, it is faster to not take the minigame. And I should explain minigames very quickly. Each of the 9 courses in this game each have a minigame associated with them. That minigame is a way to get straight to a hole-in-one for the hole. I'll have to start over, I missed that shot. Is a way to get straight to a hole-in-one, usually on shot 1 or shot 2 of the adventure hole. This is strange, usually I hit this. But usually, in some cases, that's faster than going through the entire hole as it is. Some cases, that's slower. Usually, in Barnyard, we don't take the minigame. But when facing the Barker, you have to beat him. If you tie the Barker in his amount of shots, or if you do more than him, then you'll have to restart the hole because you did not get the Barker coin. And that is, unfortunately, the reason that we see a few more minigames in this run. Or I guess, fortunately, the reason we see a few more minigames in this run. I just don't like them because sometimes I usually play all holes, so I have to do all the ones that I don't practice. And now you'll notice some of these minigames seem pretty trivial. Just move a basket so you can collect the eggs and work your way up to 100% at the top of the screen. But as you could see on that last egg for a second, this game is so very extremely finicky at times, and its motion controls will do everything in their power to screw you over. So this is a mini game that, since I had played this game a lot in my childhood, I just slowly kind of perfected. And now here is what we call one of the instances of terrible Barker RNG. Now, he has a chance to also go for the minigame on this hole. Oh, did he miss it? Perfect. So if he gets it in the minigame, the Barker will always pass the minigame. And when he does, he'll also get a hole-in-one, and in that case, you tie him. And you'll have to restart the level. So even if I do everything perfectly on a hole like this one, I could still have to redo the hole. And so that is very good that I was able to get that done, and that is Barnyard. Now I will move on to Fairy Tella. This one is pretty simple, but also probably one of the most annoying. Unfortunately, this course has a lot of really janky mechanics in it. For example, this flower ramp can't do that. That was a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Textbook. But it just didn't work. And that one did. There's a lot of RNG on how it bounces, whether the ramp will actually launch you. You'll notice I had a little sound effect on one instance of that hitting that ramp. The other time I didn't, because it's just terribly janky on when it decides to work. So I'll take second try on that hole for sure. But now we'll go to the second of three demons in Fairy Tella, and that is Downhill Slide. Now this hole, it is possible to get a hole-in-one without doing the minigame, which is faster and pretty much guarantees you a win against the Barker as long as he doesn't do the minigame. Now that's looking like it's on a good path, but the thing about this is that I'd say about 3 out of 4 times this will look like it's on a perfect path and then stop directly to the left of the hole. And you might see what I mean here in a sec. Oh no, this one just completely went off course. Terrific. So let's see how the Barker does. Because he could either do this in 1, 2, or 3 shots. I've seen all 3 happen. Also, I didn't point this out during Barnyard because I was talking about some of the other dissatisfactory parts of Barnyard. But you'll notice that if I get the Barker cutscene here with a win, he does not speak when you beat him. He just grunts and kind of goes, hey. Oh no, he didn't minigame. He just kind of grunts and goes, hey, hey, and then like just gives you the coin. And you can listen to him for a sec. He refuses to speak. I don't know why he reverts to just caveman instincts for that singular cutscene. But he does, and I find it hilarious because he's so vocal during every other part of the game. He announces each course as you click onto it like, Fairy Tella. But if you beat him, he's too, there's too much ego to let it show. Oh, that looks good. But it didn't. See, I can never tell. Let's see how the Barker does. If worse comes to worse, I may just do the memory minigame, which is the one that I'm avoiding here, and get the hole-in-one that way. That looks like he's going for the minigame. Yeah, no point to continue. I'll do the minigame here. My pride doesn't let me. I'll give him one more shot. You can see why Fairy Tella, while it is labeled as one of the 3 easy courses in this game, each of the courses has a labeling of either easy, medium, or hard, it is just awful. I hate it so much. Another thing that's a little bit dangerous about being stubborn in this category is that I can't just reset when it goes wrong. I have to follow through. Ooh, this could be good. He could get caught up here, which means he couldn't go minigame, but then he would. Then he might miss the second shot. This is the 3 pattern. I'm almost certain. That's good. Unless he just is the Barker and is AI and does a perfect shot. Or he does that. I love this. Sometimes he's a mini golf god and sometimes he does stuff like that. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And now the final demon of Fairy Tella coming up on us here is Troll Bridge. You'll see why I hate it.
Fairy Tella.
There is a section of mushrooms at the bottom of a downhill spiral here that basically act as pinball bumpers, and they basically bounce you around in every single direction, and just you have to pray that they bounce you out onto the green behind them in a good, efficient way. So you'll see what I mean here. Each one of these mushrooms is basically like a springboard. Oh my god, did I get the... Ooh, that was close. So I almost got a good pattern that I used to use in my single level runs. I used to just keep resetting this level to get the good pattern. And that is really bad luck that I'm still in this and I got the cutscene again. Now, I have always theorized that it's possible to use the flippers there because they act as the same as a pinball machine would. That's the point of the gimmick. To flip it back into a mushroom, bounce it out, ricochet it off the wall, and then put it over the slope into the final shot. And you'll see what I mean once the Barker takes his turn. What I mean by final shot. The fact he got over the hill is concerning. That means we're likely going to tie. But I'll still take the shot. He also could get out of the play area with bad luck on the mushrooms, because sometimes these things will get so aggressive that they just bounce you straight out of the play area. And you'll see what I see the flippers. I've always theorized. I've never been able to pull it off. I tried for a while, a few times. That with all that momentum, if with a proper bounce, you can make it over that hill. It would just take extreme luck. The Barker is going to make this shot though, so I can restart here with confidence. Unfortunate. Last my practice run, I got a very good Troll Bridge pattern, or at least I got the proper Barker pattern. Once again, one of the frustrations of the category is that you can do literally perfectly, and it will not matter. See, just mushroom hell. Mushroom hell is what I like to call this. You just sometimes get stuck here. I've also seen the ball get stuck behind the flipper, and then you can't make the second shot. Let's see what he does. Perfect. Perfect. That's what you need. All right. I still have Prehistoria to do. I'm trying to think. About 18 minutes for each difficulty, easy, medium, and hard. I have about, I'm trying to divvy it up. I have about 6 minutes per category if I want to beat my personal best, which is also world record since I was the one who submitted this game. But so far it's been going all right. There's a lot of time to make up on other places. So let's see how it goes. Prehistoria I also don't like. I'll say it. I do not like Prehistoria either. There is in this hole kind of a plinko mechanic, as you can see. That's kind of the gimmick of the hole, where you can get it into one of those 6 spots on the bottom. Now one of those 6 spots is green, and it sends you straight into the hole. And you don't need that to beat the Barker, but you kind of do. I'm not all the time does he make it in 2, but most of the time if you try and make it in off your second shot, he will match you. So let's see what he does. I wouldn't have minded that pattern actually, that was kind of fast. I guess it was good for his cutscene. This is a pretty precise shot. This is also the worst of the 3 back tunnels to pop out of because it's a pretty precise shot. That hitbox isn't all that it seems sometimes. Oh, you can see the green when it zooms out there. I don't know if you caught it. All out of those 6 entrances for the Plinko, for the ball to enter in the Plinko at the bottom. I'm gonna reset. I can't make that shot very consistently. Thank you. That's looking good. That's looking good. No, it's not. Bounced all the way back over. Ay, ay, ay. We love this. I also spent a long time trying to create a consistent strategy for this hole. That ended in no successful attempts either. I cannot consistently get that hole in 1. The tongue moving back and forth makes it really, really difficult. So let's see how the Barker does. If he gets a hole in 1, I'm going to be so mad. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay. I shouldn't have said anything. You know, I just shouldn't have said anything. Oh. Right when it looks like it's going in the right direction, too.
Way to go! Okay.
Oh boy. Let's see what he does this time. I don't think he's making it in this time, thankfully. He got the terrible pattern that I don't like. So let's see what he does with it. Probably try to bank it off that back rug, but he's an AI, so he either hits it or he doesn't. It's kind of predetermined. This is a really annoying bank shot that I undershot. Had a good angle too. So let's see what he does. Yeah, he'll make that next shot. I have to restart over. I returned to map. You know, that's telling me I should take a step back from the Plinko level for just a moment. Reset my luck. Let's see if I got it in. Spot 5. I believe number 1 is over here. Now this is just a little bit of memorization and a little bit of actually shooting into the right spot. Okay. I'm just gonna reset till it's in. 4 is, I think, this one right here. Nah, that one was 5. 4 should be this one. No, that one is... There it is, okay. 1 to the right. See, I knew what I'm talking about. And I was so dead set on trying to do a little bit better on Prehistoria, but that is okay. All's well that ends well, I suppose, and this is still on decent enough pace. Very glad that he missed. Yes, forget how to speak the English language, Barker. Just give me the coin. Much appreciated, good sir. Alright. I'm gonna go back to Plinko after accidentally quitting out, and we're gonna see how it's going. We're gonna see how it's going over there with the Barker and his shenanigans. That will work. That will work. I just need to correct my power on the bank shot, and I will be fine. As long as he doesn't get another hole in one like he did last time.
Nice shot. Okay.
He also takes 5 years to adjust all his shots. Can I also complain about this a little bit? Like, this is a speed run, buddy. Get with the program. I thought he was about to do it again. Blue. Love that. We love that. I undershot again. Oh! Let's see how he does. It was very nice when I got the hole-in-one shot in practice. I'm gonna shoot straight. I'm gonna shoot straight and hope for luck. Usually when I get that shot on the right that I was talking about, there are a few times where that works out and goes hole-in-one for me, but it's screwing me over more often than that right now. Prehistory is not a kind of level that I'd expect to get hung up on, by the way. This is very out of character for me. As long as I clutch up the holes I usually get stuck on, we can balance it out. We can balance it out. Okay. Right for that coin. And that should be a beautiful shot. Oh God! Come on, Barker. Come on, Barker. Come on, my man. Yes! Oh, sweet, thank you. Oh, sweet, thank you. Is he gonna do it again? He's broken. That's all I need, though. Each course has their singular hole that is just more difficult than the others. It's how it is. The nature of the beast. Let's move on to almost a guaranteed win against the Barker. So this hole's kind of interesting because it's one of the few actual skips that exist in the game where we take less shots than intended, or instead of using the minigame to go faster or failing the minigame to go faster, like they do not expect you to do what I just did. There's a little lip on the side of that lava pool I just crossed by that lets you jump straight over and down to this surface in one shot. Now, the Barker will probably take the intended shot here where you go up with this slope around the lava pool, then on this slope, and it will line you up for a shot here. Now, you can shoot it into that basket of eggs, or you for a mini game, or you can just shoot it off. It will kind of roll down. I just missed that shot. Yikes. Should be fine, though. Barker usually, when I make that shot, the Barker's guaranteed not to hit his shot here. Or at least not to hit it in the hole in this shot here. So I'm safe, but now it'll just be whoever makes this shot, or if I make it and he doesn't. There's a lot more like it. And yes, that it should have been a guaranteed win, but we'll have to see what he does here. Oh! Oh my God, it baited me. That's okay though, I get to show off the cool little lip again. Ooh, faster pattern too. I didn't go up to the top there and loop back down. I just kind of stopped pretty quickly. Not that a faster pattern matters on a second try. Oh, God. It should lip the same way his did, though. Oh, actually, that was a great shot. That looked like it was way too much power. Another quirk of this game is that things will just... Each hole will have their own physics, their own friction. Like, that's almost how it seems at times. Almost, like, completely dependent on the hole you're playing at the time, whether or not you have to hit it this hard or that hard, or what you actually have to do for it. There's no eyeballing it in this game. And that is Prehistoria at a much later than it should have been, but I digress. The medium courses are way easier than the easy courses. As funny as that is to say, it is just how it is. I can breeze through these three. There's only maybe 1 or 2 problem holes. Let me start with this one. Now this one, if I get the hole-in-one, a non-intended hole-in-one, I will beat the Barker every time. Now, what you're supposed to do is go up on this island in the center, and then turn to the left, and take your shot to the left, and into the hole. But what I'm going to try and do, as you saw there, is lip it so that it perfectly uses the slope of the side to bank off the wood and into the hole. Now, that's very hard to get into the hole, but banking it off the side will probably bag me a win against the Barker. Although it's annoying because he takes a very long time to make his shots on this hole, so getting that hole-in-one would have saved us a good chunk of change. Let's see how he does, though. I would die laughing if he hit it straight through there, but he won't. That's also a strangely precise shot. Another, like, one of the, like, intended shots in this game that's way more precise than it should be is getting onto that island first try. He has a really good setup here. He could two-shot this. A little nervous here. Oh! And you'll notice how there's a bit of shading there to indicate a slope, or like a bit of a bucket around that hole. That does not exist. There are a lot of times where slopes exist in this game, but they're not visually represented, or they are visually represented, but don't exist. A prime example of that will come up in the 7th course that we do. But I'll talk about that when we get there. This hole, we get to do... Now, usually I would not do the minigame because it takes a little bit, but we need the hole-in-one to beat the Barker, so... On to the cannonball minigame, which is another very, very difficult because it's janky part of this game. Shot that perfectly at where he was, but it's not really into that. Okay, take the shot near the center. Should be able to take, one more shot toward the center. Should be sunk now, if I'm correct. I guess he's sunk now. I thought I had hit him with that previous shot. Alright, solid minigame. 2 misses is really not bad when you actually try and use the Wiimote as like a airplane control joystick and navigate that cannon. Now we just gotta wait for him to take a singular shot that we know won't go in because the best you can do from here is 2, if you're not doing the minigame. Oh, what a terrible shot, too. Don't hit the minigame. Perfect. That's a good time save. If he hits that minigame, we have to watch him do it, so. That's one of the few minigames that's mandatory to beat the hole if you don't do the alternate route. Which is interesting, because... all the other minigames, there's 2 minigames actually in that hole alone because that one has one of the special ones. The other mandatory minigame is technically not mandatory, it is skippable, but it is a very precise shot. I'll explain that one when we get to it as well. This one is just one and done. Simple hole. Easy in. Now, as I explained before, I am the world record holder for all holes and all Barker coins in this game, and I was the world record holder for every singular level. But recently somebody beat me, And since I was taking a step forward to
Pirate's Delight.
give you all this game in the stead of Hollow Knight, who had to drop the game for his own reasons that I mentioned,
Howdy
I think I need to do justice against that, for sure, for sure. One of those holes that he beat me on is the next one we'll be doing, not Wild West here, but he had a incredible, she had an incredible run that I would show off if we had the time. But I'm already feeling like I'm going to break past my hour PB with how long Prehistoria took. This minigame is pretty simple. Shoot the ghosts before they touch your ball. I have done this 1,000 times, so I know which ghosts I can ignore, and which ghosts are actual threats. I usually just hit the other ones anyway while I'm waiting. Okay, this section's the easiest to die on, so that was really solid. You didn't even see some of those guys come onto screen. That was very solid. Now that we're here in the old Wild West, we get to show off what's one of my favorite skips, if you will, of the run. There is, the next hole I'm going to do here is kind of a Rube Goldberg machine. If you guys are familiar with what those are, it'll swing into this thing, it will activate this, it'll push your ball this way, this will push your ball that way, and then it will kind of make this whole path, a little whole cutscene down to the hole. And what we can do is, because of the positioning of your start and the positioning of the hole, it's a hole downhill where it will slowly loop down this downhill and into the hole. But considering my position here, if I aim it about here and do, ooh, that was a little hard. I don't know if that'll work. There's your hole. Yeah, that was a little bit off. But I can just drop straight down there. And there it is. Oh, that was a very unlucky lip. That definitely should have nestled itself right into that metal chute there and gone into the hole, but unfortunately it decided to be a little bit non-cooperative. Perfect, perfect. That'll work. Yup. Okay, that happened. That is the first time that's ever happened, so say hello to a marathon where stuff like that decides to happen to me. More often than not, this is usually a very consistent shot, but it is being very inconsistent for me today. Okay. Gotta love it. That should work. Beautiful! Okay. I went silent there because I had to focus. I was not going to make that shot if I started blabbing my mouth and started just haphazardly going at him. Now, Barker usually fails this shot as well, but if he fails it perfectly and makes it in, I'll be very sad. Good. He missed. And there we have the second hole of Wild West. Last hole is a bit of a tough one to get, because the Barker will sometimes hole-in-one this. About half the time he'll hole-in-one it, which is much more often than he does for a lot of other holes. And so which means you want to be able to hole-in-one this, because a two-shot probably won't do it for you. And how you do that is by not hitting that dynamite. You want to get a little bit lucky, and when you ramp it off this, you want it to hug this right wall, hit off the mound, hit off the wall, and hit that dynamite. Perfect shot. That was very clean. I'll take second try on that any day of the week. So, in if all goes well, the Barker should miss a perfect shot here, and we'll be all set with Wild West. Then we can move on to King's Court, which is the one I had bested recently in single level. Oh, there's no way. Thank you. For a second, I thought that was a different dynamite, but we are all set. All right. Perfect. Now we move on to King's Court. We love King's Court. Actually, I say that facetiously, but King's Court is not that bad. Come on, tracking. Here we are. It has one shot that is definitely, this one here is definitely more precise than others, but it's manageable. The reason that the King's Court record that was so very difficult to beat, that it was recently set in IL, I will show you why they did absolutely insane. No! Did I get lucky? Did it go in? No. Okay. This is definitely a bit of a precise shot, but a little bit of luck and oh, perfect. I love when that shot works out. I love how it slowly rolls. But there's King's Court. Should be perfectly fine. The Barker is notoriously terrible at this shot. While he can hit it occasionally, and while he might, just to spite me since I said that, he is very bad at this shot. There he is. Perfect. Perfect. First King's Court, Barker coin collected. And now we can move on to the other two pretty simple holes. I will show you this hole right here. This hole has 4 spinning platforms, and it is very, very difficult to get a shot that perfectly scrapes by all 4. You'll see just kind of a bit of what shouldn't be RNG, but is kind of RNG with that shot, where you can have trouble getting all the way through. I've gotten all the way through on that shot 1 time total, and it was awesome, but I haven't done it since. So in their run, they did make it all the way through, so they were able to do this hole in 2 shots instead of 3, like I'm doing it right now. If the Barker might do it in 2 shots. No, he won't. Okay, thank God. That can make me rest easy. Now, this might disconnect my controller. I don't have a backing for my batteries, and I have to swing my Wii remote around. We're going to try and keep it tame. Perfect. That's called, that's actually one of the hardest techs in the game, just because of my controller. I've had so much trouble with it because of that. I'd say at least 1, well, it didn't give me trouble until I lost my good controller, but that's besides the point. That's the second Barker coin. And, we're on pretty good. We've been doing all the medium holes very, very efficiently so far, besides, the trick shot hole in Wild West, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. Feeling pretty good going into this last King's Court hole. But you can't rest easy, because the last 3 will suck your soul out. The hard courses are actually pretty damn hard. Each of them have 1 hole that are pretty notorious in my mind. So I'll have to point those out when we get there. I'll also have to point out the instance of the slope that doesn't exist. And I believe the other thing I wanted to point out was the mandatory minigame that's not mandatory. Which I'll probably end up hitting because it's a really tough shot. Or I'll probably end up going to do the minigame either way. So let's see how the Barker does. As long as he does not go into the minigame, I am fine here. Perfect. That's guaranteed win against him as long as I don't bluff my shot. I may have. Make it. Okay, that's okay. I've seen him take upwards of 5 shots on this hole, so it shouldn't be a problem, but that's not a shot I commonly miss. It is a little bit dangerous, though, because he does have a shot on hole. Yep. That's what I was waiting for. Unless he's basically dead on, he will just shoot it straight at the hole in that instance and usually hit the statue.
Excellent work.
Okay. That is King's Court done. Next, I will move on to Spookorama. Oh boy. Spookorama. This has the minigame that's skippable, unskippable, skippable, and the non-existent slope. First, we'll talk about the non-existent slope. On Windy Lane, my strategy is always to try and get on the right side of the hole with a 3 adjustment. I could tell that will not work. I'm very familiar with this hole. 3 adjustments to the left and a slightly under full power shot. And that will put me on the left side of the hole when the camera flips, but the right side of the hole facing. And there, that barely missed that slope. As much as it doesn't seem like it, there is physics in this game that will trigger when you're right there. When you are right next to the hole on that left side, this should be a fine shot. Almost as if by magic, it will just move straight toward the hole. One of the things that was very annoying about routing out this game was slowly finding those through trial and error. But now you get to see kind of the fruits of the labor, where I make the ball magically move left into the hole. Hole in one. All right. Yes, all the trick shots have to be hole-in-ones. I should have mentioned that sooner. The trick shot, adventure, and challenge holes are the 3 types in each course. And the trick shot has to be hole-in-one, or else it'll force you to reset from the start of the hole. Let's try and hit this minigame. Lipped out. That will happen. It's surprisingly common with this hole that you lip out with that little surface right there. Take a little bit of a more aggressive angle here. Oh boy, I did not mean to hit the bumper. This is very uncommon for me. This minigame, however, that we're going into is kind of fun. It uses the same exact ghost sprites from the mine minigame because efficient game design. And we get to shoot them again because efficient game design. But at least they use a different scenery. At least they don't try to pretend that you're still in the Wild West and have you forget that you're in Spookorama. That was almost impressive. I've never seen it bounce like that before. Perfect! There we are. Let's get shooting. Shoot the witch incentive. If I want to, I will shoot the witch. That's the incentive. You will see the witch when the witch comes over here. There's the witch. I've shot the witch. That gives you an extra coin, actually. Now, the reason I've decided to run such a janky, awful, visually misrepresenting its physics, like motion control on the original Wii controllers, like no motion plus game, was because I have played this game so much in my childhood that I'm just way too familiar with all of its mechanics. And that's why that's why I decided to submit it. Because I wanted to see how somebody else could do with a game that I was just so familiar with, but perhaps next year. Perhaps next year. Hey, DJ? Perhaps next year? And with that, because Barker does not like to go into that minigame, we have our second coin on Spookorama. Now, although I'm on a decent pace, probably about 10 minutes for the other 2 courses, or maybe 9, behind my personal best. I know for a fact that the Egyptian level you can see in the top left, the one we'll be doing next, will take a while. It's really tough. It's a tough course. And it's a tough course because of one particular hole. And that is... Yeah, I will talk about that when we get there. I'm getting a little sidetracked because we have mandatory minigame hole, where after this graveyard that you saw there, there is a spider web. It's very hard to see. I was going to point it out in that panoramic view, but it was not very clear. You want to try and put a shot in between these 2 gravestones and have it hit off the back wall. Now, I did not do that. It hit off the gravestone, so it will go into the spider minigame. But if you're able to have it hit that back wall, it will almost always avoid the spider minigame and give you a straight shot to the end. For now, we get to do another point and shoot. Because everyone knows the most efficient way to take care of spiders is a taser. A taser. If you do not have a taser on hand when a spider is around you, buy one. Fly swatters are not good. Paper towels are not good. Flip-flops will not work. Did he just skip the minigame? Barker pulled it off then. He skipped the minigame. Look at that guy go. That is so funny. Good shot. So, I have to stress this, that he walked into it anyway. I should have expected that from the Barker. Like you can see, watch the Barker. It's effective. He has a taser, and he is not being touched by any of these spiders. It's also kind of funny how he plays this. Like a lot of the spiders will get really close, and he'll just zap them right as they're about to touch him. Yes, yes. Do your magic trick. There's no coin in the hat. I see. Flip the hat. I will admit, the same magic trick does get a little bit tired. This is the 21st time we've seen it, actually. Now on to Ra's Revenge. Yay. I can't stress enough how the level I'm about to enter is the worst level in the run. This, you have to hit, you have to adjust your shot perfectly and hit your shot perfectly. There's absolutely zero leniency. You have to hit it exactly at 3 power, and you have to have a perfect 3 adjustments. That was way over. You have to have a perfect 3 adjustments, or else your ball will either lip out of the hole. I will see how that does. Or it will hit off the back of the cup. I do not know if it is the diameter of the cup that is jank. I do not know if it is some property of the slope before it, or the speed you have, or what it is. But I will be doing this shot quite a few times. That looks pretty good if that makes it over the hump. Looks like it's a bit to the left, though. Unfortunate. That was a perfect power, but as you can see, like, the adjustments are also very, very, very precise. Oh, there we go. That is, I will not lie, that is very, very fast for that Sphinx. I'll take 4 or 5 tries any day of the week. Did he make it in? Oh, thank God. If he made it in, I probably would have, I might have gotten a bit vocal towards the Barker. Now we get to do the other 2 holes. They are definitely a bit tricky, but nothing that we can't handle for sure.
You beat me.
More specifically because they have strategies. These ones have strategies. It's just because they're later holes, they're a bit more precise. They're going to be more precise than... This is what the easy strategies should have been. Simple, nice, good strategies, but since the easy holes, the Barker also plays well, you have to be way more precise on those. Kind of funny paradox that the Barker's plays the harder holes worse because they're harder and he wants to give you more leniency. Makes it easier than playing the easier holes against him. Now, this hole, its gimmick, it kind of has a bad path and a good path on each of its sections. The good path will take you to... Oh, what a bad bounce! That is so unlucky. The bad path will take you to a technically worse section of the level, and it will be kind of what happens if you fail the good path. Now you'll notice on this first shot there's a gear spinning and a straightforward shot that would rely on timing, but that shot is useless. It will not bring you straight to the end of the hole. What it will do is it'll bring you to a different challenge, and it's faster to just intentionally fail the first challenge, take you to the second, much easier challenge, and then you just kind of complete this one. Oh! That's so unfortunate. That wall has a lot of weird physics, weird like edges and bounces to it. You'll notice it and even in that last shot, it kind of bounced up and down a little few times while it was trying to ride the wall. But if you fail it, hit the good shot, it brings you straight to the end of the hole in 2 shots. You'll still have to use 2 shots even if you go down that center path with the gear. So the difference is very minuscule, very minuscule. I have in my life never seen that happen. I have no clue what it hit. I have no clue how. Wow. Oh my god. I'm actually kind of marveling at that. That was insane. I kind of wish the Barker made that center shot. It would make my life a little bit easier. There's what we're looking for. There's what is supposed to happen. And there's part of why this game is very poorly made. But I digress. When facing the Barker in this hole, he always gets it in 3. Oh no. In 4. My bad. He always gets it in 4. He will fail this shot and then make the next 2, putting him straight into the hole. Which means I have to hit a tough bank shot on my next shot here, or else I tie. And it is really an annoying shot. So I'll see if I can hit it here. In practice, I was struggling with this one a little bit. Nope. I'll see how he does, but if he hits this, shot here, which he usually does, then it will be a reset. Yep. Okay. Love how I talked down the rest of Rod's Revenge. This hole is actually very tough. I struggle on it often. Now, let's see what the Barker does. Same thing he always does. Looks at the left, looks to the right, hits it into the right, and then I get my shot back. Thank you. Pray for no jank. Pray for no jank. Come on. Oh, that might be too late. Pray for me not, choking? Don't worry, I'll get the stress out of the way on this level, and then we can chill out on the final one for a nice ending. We also get to end on my favorite level. This is my favorite one theme-wise, but for obvious external reasons, I just can't like it. I cannot endorse this level, not with any sane bone in my body. Okay. Holy crap! I thought that was going out for sure. At least it rode the wall favorably. All right, let's see if we can hit the bank shot this time. After the Barker does this thing, of course. Oh! Oh, man. Oh, this is such an unfortunate spot to get hung up on. I can even tell by the way he's adjusting his cursor right now that he's definitely going to hit this shot. You know what? I'm gonna ride it out. I'll see if he misses the bank shot. Because if he does, obviously I'll beat him, but I would not expect that out of the Barker. Not here. Like I said, sometimes he's the mini golf god, sometimes he is not. Textbook. Textbook. He just gets it in. Oh. I can just tell. I can just tell. I can tell when it's a good shot. Alright, alright. I just I just tried to adjust his shot. Perfect. Perfect. That's what we like to see. I think I have a good idea of a slight adjustment I can make on this next shot as well. So Barker, do your thing. Drop that shot down into the lower section so we can all move on with our day. And there we go. There we go. That should do it. Oh! Wow. Wow. Nah, don't worry, DJ. I'll only hold up your schedule a little bit longer. I'm the pro at that, actually. Alright. Down to business now. Down to business. Now we're down to business. Mini golf is hard. Very hard. It is... This hole in particular is not bad. Honestly, missing that bank shot is super minor. Unless you're facing the Barker. The Barker demands perfection. He demands the creme de la creme, the absolute peak of your golf, like, skills here, if you want to beat him. Because he only has one mistake, and you have to beat that one mistake by being perfect. Facing the Barker here, I think might be a birdie. It might be a birdie. I don't remember. It is. Facing the Barker here, you actually have to birdie because he will, he'll par. He pars every single time. It forces a birdie on one of the toughest holes to birdie in the game. So we love that. We absolutely love that. All right, come on. Come on. I undershot that again. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Alright. Alright. Alright, if I don't hit this time, I'll do what I did with Plinko. Take a break, come back. I'll go do a little mini game on the other hole. Reset, come back. We'll take a stab at it again. Oh my god, it's so scary. It's so scary how it lips that. Very, very scary. But it's okay. We got this. We got this. I believe in the bank. Believe in the bank! Believe in the bank because we need to get his money, his currency, his coins, and we need to bank the shot. It's just the way things have to go. Let's do it. Oh my god. This speaks to how tough my current all Barker coins record would be to beat. Because I hit this shot, I think, first or second try. Oh no. Oh no. I'll pray again. I'll pray again. Come on, Barker, give me a different pattern. Have a different pattern. You always have different patterns. Have a different pattern. Or just be perfect. Be your perfect little self. Okay. Last one, because we'll pass an hour on this attempt. And just... We'll come back. We'll circle back. But not that we'll need to, because I'm going to hit it right now, of course. Because that's the confidence you need. It's the marathon confidence. As long as you have confidence, it does not matter how well you do. That... Don't take that into every walk of life, but as long as you're confident. Here we go. Here we go. Right there. Perfect power. Nice and smooth, no scary lips. That's what we like. That's a good omen. And now when I hit that shot, it was a little bit to the left. So if I think about how if I matrix analyze my angle and my power, I can triangulocate the perfect angle positioning power shot to finally pass this hole. Should be right about there. It was not right about there, unfortunately. Let's see how he does. Nah, I know what he's going to do. He's never failed me in being good at this hole. So I'll believe in him and I'll cycle back. So after a little mental break from the same loop, we can have a look at the minigame on Ra's Revenge. This is the only minigame that you can have to get to on the second shot, I believe. Well, actually, that's not true. Prehistoria is the same, but I digress. Okay. Now we get to hit it over here in the minigame. Now, in my single level records, I failed the minigame on purpose. Because leaving the minigame and then just taking the shot afterwards is slightly faster. I think by about 10 seconds or so. And in this one, since we need to beat the Barker, it's more efficient for us, instead of taking the risk of beating him on that front, to just guarantee ourselves a win, because he takes the alternate path, which is a guaranteed 2-shot even if you do your best. So if I make it in here, I'm guaranteed the 2, and he is guaranteed at least a 3. Although this minigame you cannot underestimate. I feel like anytime these kind of minigames with the momentum maze, with the balls in the holes, I mean, as you can see, it's very easy to lip out, but it's also very easy to accidentally lip yourself in. Plenty of time. Take this last section slow. Oh, see? A little bit of a bad bounce there, and you have to totally restart. And... See, he always fakes you out. He's like, I'm going to do the minigame, and then he hard swings left and just yoinks it. Which will be another Barker code in the books. This, Ra's Revenge, is one strange level where he will always be really consistent. On that Sphinx, he usually misses. Usually does not get it on the first shot. On this one, he never takes the minigame. And on the previous level that we're about to go back to, he always gets par. It's strange, because of a lot of the other holes, the easy and medium holes, he has a lot of different things that he can do. So it definitely works against me in this case. But let's see. Let's go back. Let's nab the dub. Nab the dub? Let's secure the bag, my friends. Let's secure the coin. Oh, good lord. Now, I'd be very curious if I had gotten this first try, what my time would have been. So I've spent a hefty chunk of change just on this level alone. Let's not think about that. We think about the present. We think about now. We think about what we can do to not do that. all the beautiful camels around here. It's almost like a wildlife preserve. You got the farm section, you got the camels over here. A lot of life happening. You got the T-Rexes. I mean, this place is actually kind of a scientific breakthrough. It's happening present day, to be honest. Oof. And you'll notice I'm trying to hit harder than 3 even bars of power. But sometimes this game's motion controls like to decide your shot for you. Another kind of gimmick of running a game that relies on motion controls is that the game relies on motion controls, and this is the original Wii. But all I really need, all I truly need, is the bank. We know that. We know that well enough by now, so let's get it. I'm gonna trust that adjustment. Make it. Make it. Oh! God! Oh, come on! I'm going to ride this out. I'm going to see if he misses the bank shot. I have not done it, and if he can miss the bank shot, I'll probably be kicking myself for a while, not letting it ride. Because I have no clue if he can miss the bank shot. He just never does. He just never does. Just never does. Here we go. Got ambitious. I got ambitious. I'll be honest. I'll take a step back. Okay. That should make it in. Barely. Wow, that was close. Whew. And now, namaste. Remember your angle. Remember your timing. Remember your positioning. Remember your power. Beat the Barker. All right. All right. Oh! Oh no! Oh no, I meant to redo that shot, but I let go of A. Okay. I'm losing focus. Cover blown. Okay. I've made it a personal executive decision, if you will, that after 2 more tries, if I'm not... Actually... Huh. I'll leave it up to... Thinking about skipping the hole. I'm thinking about skipping the hole, because I'm definitely struggling with it. But... I do want to see it happen. I do want to see the bank shot. DJ, make the call. That is such terrible luck. Give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes works. When I have stream delay, I'm watching the stream to kind of see where I'm at as it's going. So we're at 110 right now. When I see 115, or when I think it's about 115, I'll, when it hits 115. Alright. I don't have the live timer, so I might end up stopping a little ahead of that. But, all the more reason to make it on this try. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that... Maybe I should do this route. Do this mindset. It's not that hard. I can just hit it because I've done it a million times. You know how it is. It's an easy shot. One of the easiest in the whole place. I hyped up the wrong shot, actually, I guess. This bank shot has never given me this much trouble. Well, it's never given me this much trouble because I usually failed it, and then I just tapped it in. Is what I'm realizing right now. Oh, God! Oh, come on! I need some energy here. I need some incentive. I need some motivation. Oh, wait. Did I just see that number raise from 240 to 260? I need to make this. I need to make this. Someone saw this Barker over and over again and said $20. I have to hit this for them. I have to hit this for them. I have to. 100%. I am very determined with that 5-minute time limit now. There's no shot I'm letting it go by.
So we did actually receive an anonymous $20 donation that says you can do it.
I will do it. I will. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I will hit it this time because I have to. I have to now. It's the rules. I don't make the rules. I have to hit the shot.
You can do it.
Oh boy. My Wii Remote's vibrating at me, trying to tell me to shoot, but I'm like, I'm just trying to adjust. Just trying to adjust. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, that's beautifully sad. That is beautifully sad. No. It's not broken yet. It's not broken yet. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I am at 13 minutes on the clock last time I checked. Last time I checked, I still have 2 minutes. About 2 more attempts to make the shot. I digress. I'm just saying. Whew. Oh, what a terrible bank. What a terrible bank. What a terrible bank. Okay. 5 minutes or not, I can't tell where the timer's about right now, but 2 more tries, I'll cut it. 2 more tries, no matter what. But that $20 donation is like, lit a fire under me. I can't see this happen. I can't see a 26 coin Barker run. You know what? I kind of feel like I'd rather be speedrunning a completely unfamiliar game of Undertale at this moment. That is one of my tries. Terribly unfortunate. Only gives me 1 more try at the bank shot. Let's do it. 1 more final Hail Mary. Perfect. Okay.
Terrific.
I was ready to adjust my shot right after the cutscene stopped. I forgot I had to wait for the Barker for a second. Okay, silence in the court, I guess. Let's have a moment here. Focus of determination of $20. If I hit this shot here, I'll match that donation. I can't. Okay. Rules are rules. I don't make them.
Yeah, sorry. Tough break.
That is so uncharacteristic for me, too. In practice, I had no trouble with it. All right.
You gave it your best shot, though.
I tried. We get to end on my favorite level, though, so a little bit of a break. That is not going to work. This whole trick shot, pretty simple. I just did the 2 wrong things. Just a 3 1/4 shot about. That might work. Oh yeah, that should be perfect. Perfect. Unless you get a bad bounce, but that looks perfect. Alrighty. And wait for the Barker to miss his shot. We can move on to the next hole. I do apologize for the very extended yellow color palette, but here we are back in our lush Amazon forest to alleviate our sadness a bit. I have the perfect cure for a little Egyptian blues, if you will. And that'll be the last hole we'll be doing after I get past Big Mouth Juju.
I do got a mercy kill you, unfortunately.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
That's all good. Alright. It was fun playing. I had a good time. I hope you all had a good time. Once again, rest in peace with the fortunate hang up on that hole, but that was Carnival Games Mini Golf. A terribly janky, as you could clearly see, mini golf game that I was going to try to force somebody else to play, so thank you.
All right, so we're gonna run a quick ad, and we'll be right back with the outro to day 2.